Yes, I want to talk about this issue of state police that the police IG have just rejected. Obviously, I knew, and some people who are intelligent enough to read Nigeria know already that Nigeria it will never happen. And now you know it's official that they have rejected it, giving reasons. But let me debunk their reasons. Because even though some of the reasons might be genuine, yes, like for example, they said that the governors will misuse or abuse it. That is true, but that is not the main reason why they don't want to create it. Let me take let's take this one, then I'll go to the next one. Are they telling you that the governors will abuse it? Why are they creating all the vigilante groups like Amotekun, like Bubago, like Hisba, and all these ones they have every place that they need them? Who is sponsoring it? Are the governors not abusing them? But they allowed it. So this is what I'm telling you, that they knew this is not the case. Because really, if they want to create it, they can create it, and the governors will not abuse it. Even if they abuse it, then there will be control. Because in America, they have state police, but they have FBI, the higher ones who can control the local police and what is happening in the police system. Can you see that's not the reason, the main reason? The main reason, let me tell you, because I don't want you to read between the lines. I want to explain to you so that in plain English, the reason why they don't want to do it. The reason why they don't want to do it is because of losing control. They will lose the quota system that they have been gaining. I mean, you know who. The quota system, who it favors. They will lose it completely. They will lose control over the people. That is it, because the people, now we have their own people to manage their affairs. And all these corrupt practices and injustices will stop or be reduced to the barest minimum. Understand you now? The next one they said is because of funding. No, the state can fund it. Because the money that they're giving to the police now will be divided to the states. The police state is the same thing. There's no difference. The same amount of funding that you're having is the amount that you will be distributed among all the states, like you have, like they're sharing revenue. They can share it, police revenue, like that, to every state, and they will manage their police. Even the police themselves can create opportunities to make money for themselves, to manage themselves in the different states. There's many ways to do that. I will not come here to explain to you, but I know how it works in the abroad where things work. So you can see now that that's not the reason. It's a flimsy excuse, very flimsy. Let's forget about that. We all know that the reason why they don't want to create it is because the Fulanis don't want it, because they will lose grip of the control they have on Nigerians and Nigeria. That is it. If they really want to make a change, the National Assembly, instead of sponsoring the bill of having state police, that is rubbish, absolute rubbish. What they should do is to sponsor a bill to change the constitution, to have a real, to change Nigeria from the system they're operating now, this single federalism, to confederation. All the federations, create all the federations and come to one, like they're operating even in England. Every region will have their own autonomy. That is the way it is. Or their own parliament to decide. When they agree, they will bring to the center. Even the Fulanis will have their own. The Hausas will have their own. The Igbos will have their own. The Yorubas will have their own. That is the way to go. And all these things will reduce to minimum, to the barest minimal. The agitations will almost quench. Yes, don't ask for state police or state creation. What are you creating? The kind of state they created? You take an Igbo man, you put him in rivers, you put him in Kogi, you put him in Delta, you put him in this and that, divided them. Is this how to create a state? Create naturally. They should create themselves. All the Igbos will form states. Only Igbos. If they are not enough, they will go a little bit outside, but the majority will be Igbos. They will be go outside, a little bit outside, and see people who are because God don't create people just from heaven. Only like like for example, immigrants like the Fulanis who came from Futajelam and form, but they are enough to form states. So it's no problem. You can give them 2 states, all the Fulanis, wherever you are, this is your state. Or 3, for example, if you really want to be fair. Igbos will have maybe create them. However, you can be, a state can be up to maybe 12 million people, or maybe 3 million or 4 million. It depends on how they decide. And they'll create it. And the Hausas will create their own. The thieves will create their own. If they are not enough, any tribe that is not enough, they will go a little bit outside and see people who have similar culture. Because God made it that as you go, even though nobody fall from heaven with different culture, contour intertwine. But you cannot tell me that somebody from Southeast, we have the same culture from as there's somebody who come from Northwest or not or even Middle Belt. Middle Belt is even closer. Can you see that? The longer you go, the farther you go, the more divided the culture, diverse the culture becomes. So you take the nearest neighbor and carve them in. Yes, all of them, carve them in. Maybe them give them 1 local government or 2 inside the state, not to divide them to everywhere. To them 10, maybe ration them 10,000 here, 10,000 there, and 10,000. They will be causing havoc. Give them 1 state to manage themselves, or 1 local government if they are not up to make a state in that state. That would be the best and the mature thing to do. In Europe, they did it like that. That's why you see Germany, they speak German. Sweden, they speak Swedish. Then Denmark, they speak Danish. 1 language, 1 culture, 1 people. Religion even is the same. Only small. You have small minorities here and there, this practicing whatever, and those who don't believe. That will not be the main issue. You cannot create along religious lines. It's cultural lines. Around ethnic and cultural lines. Then you make peace. Lasting peace. They know exactly. If they don't know, let them come and listen to this video. Let them try. They have tried every other thing in Nigeria, but once you come to the what will work, they refuse it. Why do you think they refuse? That's why we will never stop agitating until we get that freedom we want. Because all these things they're doing, trying to, manage corruption and manage injustice, is not going to work. One day, the bomb will explode, and that will be it. You are just, creating chaos, thinking that you're creating enmity, creating chaos, creating, nonsense, and thinking that you're you can manage it. You cannot never manage chaos. You can see how many people that are dying every day in Nigeria, and every place that is like that. But in Europe, it's manageable. The police will be, everybody will manage their own government, the police, the army, everything. Then you take part of the army and say, okay, maybe you can have a national army. Yes, this region bring so much men. This region brings so much men, bring so much men. They will have go in their barracks and they help the states. You see things work, but the police will be managed locally and things will work. But first, start from, do the first thing first. You cannot build a castle on the air. You have to dig the ground and build it solid. That is what I want to tell you today. You can ask me, where's the fact? Where's the fact? It's because we don't have good, honest journalists who can investigate things and come out and say it, the truth. They're all biased, liars, cheats. They never say the truth. They are in commodities. They can be bought at any given time. That's why Nigeria will never work as a country, not as one indivisible. Like this is pure arrant nonsense. I listen to Paayo Adebanjo. I can understand him. Yes, but the only thing he has to do is to talk to his Yoruba people. They should be serious about it if they really want it. It's not when it's going, it's good for them, they will close their mouth. When it's not good, they will jump out and start talking. No, no, that is not the way to do it. Be consistent and things will change.